So I'll just start by a quick flick through of the pages I've done. I'll apologise for the glare because a lot of the pages in this album I have actually put into page protectors, and that's only because I want to add more photographs. So I'll be doing some of the pocket pages with just putting the photographs in, not sort of out of the page. So I apologise for the glare as we get started. So they're not in any particular order. I've not dated anything. That's when I do my albums. My prep pages, I don't date the pages as I'm doing them. I date the pages as I'm actually designing and creating the actual entry. So a lot of different size page protectors in here, and a lot of I think I've done 1 or 2 different formats of the pages as well. So this is this is the Simple Stories one. So it's a 6x4 and it has 2 3x4 pocket pages. So I've just done 2 simple cards like that. So I could have that as just a title page and put a photograph there. I've not decided how I'm going to use all the pages yet. I will do that as and when I am creating, as I've said. So this one is 4 3x4 flip up cards. So these measure 8x4, and I've just scored them in half, added some plain cardstock from this collection to the back, and just done a simple design. Now, as you can see, I have got 4 cards here. Not necessarily all these cards are going to be stopping in the same place, but the cards will be, separated in my album. I've just added a simple detail at the bottom. All the pages don't have a lot of embellishments on. They've got just small details, so I can add stamp details, I can have a photograph, journaling, more info that I have in the collection. So I just leave them sort of a basic card, but that can be developed a bit more. Likewise, I can put more on the front. I can also add numbers as well. So I wanted to put numbers on these, I could add numbers on there. This one is a 6x4, again, just simple in design. I have punched out several of these stamped die cut shapes that will appear throughout my album. A word phrase sticker and a doily. Another card. Sorry, that's that. Another card. Then you just flip that up. This is very plain, so that'll obviously need more stamping and more design on that. And then just another 3x4 card with one of the die cuts that I've just so it hangs out the edge. Again, I could add word strips of Christmas words or journaling on there. Now, what I have done, I've done several cards that I have used the Magpie star template, and I've unstitched them to use on my layouts, which I'll show you the cards that I've done. I've done them in different patterns and things like that. So that's just one of them. So I've unstitched that using one of the Magpie templates. Just some green, I use crocheting thread, I don't use the embroidery thread, so green crocheting thread, and then again a simple design with a tiny attacher there. So that'll be just like a filler card really. Now on this one, I did it as a pocket, so I've actually made the pocket myself. I did get the template, well, the idea from one of my albums that I've got from 49 Market. So, and I just wanted to find out how to make that opening there. So this is a piece of plain card, and I've decorated the front, added a word piece. That is a rub-on. No, sorry, that is the rub-on. That is one of the tape. That's one of the tapes. So again, just there's 2 pieces of card there. So I've border punched the red piece, add it as a feature, and then that goes in my page. Now on this one, I wanted to keep, this is one of the 12 by 12 sheets, so I wanted to keep the Santa on this page, so I've just cut it down to size. I've rounded the edges on that top one, and then I've just added a little cluster over the top, and again that will slip into a 6 by 8 pocket. I most probably will put a photograph on here, and then I will flip up. I can add a photograph there, or I can add journaling if I wish. Now another one I've done, I've not put any ribbon in here, so these are the 2 by 2 pocket pages from Simple Stories, and I've just made a tag which is 4 by 2, folded it in half, made it into a tag design, and added an all punch and designed the front of it. Now I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. These could have little photographs in, or maybe just a piece of journaling. I will make more for this pocket page. I've only made 4 so far, so I will make more for this pocket page. And I'm thinking of adding sequins in between the blank ones as well. So it's not all cards, and I will be adding some trim to the ends of each tag, if you will. Another one of those cards where I have done 2 3 by 4s, and then with this one I've added the envelope to the actual page protector. I've put this piece of paper in, which is from the 6 by 8 pad, just so that it's got a background so you can see it. And I've just added an envelope directly onto the front of the page protector with a tag in, which I've decorated, added some of the rub-ons and just some scraps of paper and a word there. Again, I can add some journaling or a photograph and the back, and of course I will have some trim as well. Another one that's just a 6 by 8 with stamped, one of my stamps from my stash. This is one of the laser cuts, and like I said, I'm using I'm using continuity, is that the word, of using this stamp shaped metal die. And then another one on here, again I've used that, just one sheet of paper. This is from the 6 by 8 pad, and I've used one of the punched out metal die shapes punches, and decorated it, add a stamp and a tag just at the top. There's 2 in there, so I'll show you that one. Again, that's just a simple one. Lots of them are very simple in design, so that I can add extra detail to them as when I'm creating. I've also done this, which is the cut apart sheet, and I made it into a little booklet, added some trim to the top edge, concertinaing it out, so on the reverse side you will see what the 3 by 4 cards would have been, and then on this side it's blank, well, design, but there's nothing there, so I will add photographs and journaling on this side. And then when I fold it up, which I've just added some ribbon with a bit of tape at the back, and I will just fold it up there like that. And then another one I've done where I have, did I make that tag? Yes, I did. Sorry, trying to think if I made that tag. Yes, so I made that tag. I just wanted it to be another extra feature. So again, 6 by 8 pattern paper, some of the plain cardstock in this collection, one of the die cuts, just made it into a tag and added it over the back. Now, as it's going to go into a pocket page, I'm not bothered about colouring this bit up, because there'll be something behind it anyway, so that you don't see that design of the back of the tag. And I've just popped it over there. Again, another design with just a die cut tag, and I cut out some stars in this collection using my metal star dies as well. So this one, I've done it so it's going to be an opening at the opposite way. So again, a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, pattern paper, and it opens up like that. So I do still have the idea of having more photographs, journaling, more decoration on the inside. I just wanted to add a different element, so you're not sort of, everything's not sort of going the same way. I think it's the first time I've done this in one of my albums. And then in my albums, I also like to have different size pages. So I will have, like I've got those 3x4s and 6x4 shapes, and I will be having some 8x3 page protectors as well. So I've done this one as a flip out, very easy to do. Just add some pattern paper. I've stenciled the background with a stencil from my stash and decorated the front. And again, obviously, most of these tags I've done in here, I've not put any trim on because I'm not sure what colour I want to use. And I've also decorated the back as well. So that means I could add more photographs because it's all coordinating with that one, if that's going to be one entry. Then another flip out, basic, a die cut star. One of the 6x4 cut apart sheets just stuck them there. I've border punched one edge, 2 more stars, and again I'm journaling or a photograph or more die cuts and things on here. Nothing on the back. Now this one, yeah, this one's a bit different. So I've done this one, I think, at another one of my albums. So it is cardstock, and it opens 3 ways. So on the front we have a pocket, so I can put a tag in there or a photograph in there. Then we open it up. I have put some trim between these 2 folds, and then that opens up as well. Oops, needs stucking down a bit more. And then I've used the same pattern paper, so the 12 by 12 pattern paper for the 3 pages on here. So it will go like that and open up wide like that. Again, photographs, more embellishments needed. Obviously I need to go back through it now and put some, stick it all back together. So I'm quite pleased with that one. This one again is just a general flip out. So I do try to keep the pattern paper at the front is the same one at the inside. Sometimes I don't. I haven't done it with that one, but I think that one all coordinates nicely together. And again, this is that washi tape that comes with this collection. I love poinsettias, so it's really good and it's really easy to use that washi tape. And I have decorated the back on there. These are just spare cards, the 3x4 cards that I've done that are just in the album. I'll put them to one side. Another flip out. Now this one, even though it's a 3-1, I have put so that I can put my 3x4 photographs there. And the 4x3 there. And it just all coordinates, and it just flips out like that. And I've kept to the same all punch throughout the album. Another card that goes that just flips up. A die cut piece, a star die cut from the die cut pack, and then a punch star that I've done. And that's stamped. I'm loving this stamped metal die that I've got. And I think that's it. And then this one, it was just plain. I've not decided what I'm going to do with that. So as I said at the beginning, I'm going to try and use this as my Christmas markets I've visited in 2025. I have got some photographs that I have printed. So I have started to print off some photographs of the various markets I've been to. So I've got them all printed and in page protectors, ready to go in there. But like I said before, I will show you my little book of, my little packet, sorry, of, what are they called? Stitched images that I've done. So I've done some of the, well, I did most of these. Me and James went down to London, beginning of December. So end of November. So went on the train. So I took these as ideas for me to do something on the train while we was travelling down. So yes, using the template again, I did the design and then I just stitched whichever colours. I have got white on there, you might not be able to see it, but I have got white on there. And on this one, I wanted to do it, oh, sorry for the shake. I wanted to do it a bit different, so I've done it as half and half. Again, I can add word stickers, stamps, or any embellishments on there. Then another star, which is 6x4, so it could be like that, could be like that, could be like that, or it could be like that. Then that's just some plain white cardstock, and then on pattern paper, I've done some at 6x8 on pattern paper. I've done some circles from a circle template on pattern paper, on plain cardstock, and that's it. And that's it in there. So that's my walkthrough of my album. If you've got any questions, please ask them below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I will leave a link to all these products, the templates and the collection I have used. Thank you for stopping by. Please like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time. Bye.